Hello farmers, Rever here, back with another episode of American Outback. And I am, just a few minutes, in real life it's the next day, but just a few minutes have happened since the last episode. And I haven't really done much. I brought the tractor back down here. And I thought we might do a couple different things. First is to go and see if we can't get some seeds into the tomato greenhouse. And the good and bad is that we have this big huge thing, so I think it was only 20,000 that thing holds. I don't know if I'm remembering right. So we'll come around to here and we'll see what we have as far as seeds go. I don't think we can use corn. I kind of hate to waste a trip up there, but it may be worth finding out, huh? Alright, so here we go. So let's sit. Oops, we're not far enough forward. Let's go on. Does this guy not? He's got to hold this stuff. What is going on here? Let's just look at the garage real quick. Now, how did we manage that? I thought the thing we bought, or did we buy the... Yeah, see, look, it doesn't hold those things. Let's go back to the shop and... Let's go to mods. Oh yeah, look, we bought the worst one we could have bought, I guess. This holds everything, and we did sell off that other one, didn't we? Gosh darn it. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, well that was kind of dumb. Alright, so we're in the market for another tipper, aren't we? So let's go back. Yeah, this one wouldn't hold corn and whatnot. Anyhow, no, we don't want that. Doesn't look like... You know, we have the Flegels we can use. Why don't we just do that? Did I mean to buy this or something and then I just didn't? I bought this Bergman. Why would we buy this Bergman when that one holds everything the Bergman does except for grass? Not real bright. Well, I guess maybe really what we should do, well, we do want to saw grass though too, don't we? What is that one? Doesn't hold a whole lot. Big Flegel. I guess we got our eyes on the capacity and didn't look any further. So yeah, let's do we want to spend 52 grand? Or do we get this littler guy that holds 40? Always am happier with the bigger one. Or we just use the Flegels. Let's just use the Flegels. And then I could even take two different crops up there. But that means we got to go get the Flegels. Alright, so I will see you guys over at the shop. Or I mean over at the biogas plant. And that's much better. And obviously I decided to... so we have this barley, and I know that will work there. Now the moonshine's another issue, because we're going to be kind of out of grain. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I have to try to zoom better. Did it again. Do it fairly regularly. So let's just see. Now, the other thing, yeah, we don't have that much. Now let's just do I here while we're filling up. Yeah, what is our temperature? 20 Celsius. So if we fast forward now, we won't lose any moisture. Now, I can't imagine we could use canola as seeds, but I guess why not? And we're probably not going to be able to use sugar beets. What did we do with the potatoes? I forget why we have so few potatoes. Alright, well I'll meet you guys when we're back. We're up at the tomato thing. I don't know if we're better off getting the tomato or the moonshine thing going, but I kind of want to see if corn will work on some of this stuff. And here we are. So let's put the barley in here, which I know we need. Putting the barley in here is going to guarantee that the moonshine, quote, won't work if it doesn't take corn. I can't, like I said, I kind of can't imagine it takes canola. Alright, let's see what our status is looking like. Alright, so we have the seeds we just dumped in there. And we got plenty of diesel. And we could use more fertilizer. And we could use more water, definitely. Okay, so how is our diesel tank? Do we block our diesel tank? No, not entirely. Alright, let's go get this guy out of the way. One of the things about the diesel tanker there is that it's a good tanker and it's got a little bit of diesel fuel in it. If we can empty it, we can start using it again for biogas or something else. Yeah, it's not going to be enough. So let's back up a little. Let's pull forward a little. Let's drop that guy back off. So we're full of diesel. It's the only place I think we use fuel. I don't think we can fill the tractors up or any gas tanks or anything with it. And I don't feel like dumping it on the ground. Let's see if this thing will take corn as a seed. No, it's not looking that way, is it? Let's make sure we're on the trigger. Nope. Alright, well that answers that question. So now, let's just pick that guy up and take him away, and then we'll run over and do a quick test to see if this corn will work in the moonshine. Which, if you know anything about moonshine, corn would definitely work in real life on the moonshine. Oh, good. Alright, so that should, I would think, take the rest of our corn. Yeah, that was all our corn, so, I mean, should we try canola? I'm not even going to try sugar beets. I'm not going to try potatoes. We don't have any potatoes anyhow. I don't think I'm even going to try canola. Just out of principle of canola, I don't think should make whiskey. Alright, so that's loud. So over here, we could use biogas if we have some. We could definitely use a little bit of water. So let's head back and see about getting some water. Or maybe we'll do the biogas first, just because. Missing it? Come on. There we go. Thought I did it. Let's put this guy back, these trailers back at the biogas plant. Now, do we want a course play? What have we course played? Probably not a lot. Biogas to cons 3. Do we want to do biogas to MF water, which doesn't sound too good, does it? To moonshine. Main farm water to moonshine. But isn't that the one? I think that one goes to the paid water. Or I think if we get the water from the fertilizer thing, it's free, but then I couldn't figure out how to do the NPK switch for some reason. Maybe if we just put a little bit of water in there. Alright, so we'll park these guys up, get that yellow trailer. Fill it with whatever biogas we have. Should we check the biogas first? Would probably be smart. Probably. Oops. Drop both of them at the same time. Yeah, let's just run over in there and check real quick. Make sure it's worth it. It should be worth it. I think we fast forwarded quite a bit. Oh yeah. Yeah, we got a good amount. Can almost actually sell some. Alright, so let's do a course play course. And for that I want to kind of swing nicely around. Good. So hopefully that's a good spot to stop. Alright, so here's how I like to do these. So we'll that circle there. Hopefully, we're just gonna have to swing this wide till we get that next dot. We're gonna go this way, because he'll head right for that next dot. It's like real pain when they put some of these things in buildings, because you really, a lot of times you can get away with it, but it's tough, you know. Like if I had swung that real tight, he probably would have hit the fence. At least there's a good chance of that. What I want to do, just to warn you guys, when we get up close, I am going to pause the recording. Actually, that's not true. I'm going to drop the trailer, go in there, pretending like the trailer's still attached. Back in, like go exaggeratedly far forward and then back in real nicely. So let's leave the trailer right here. I want to swing around. So I'm going to try to swing here. I like to, let's go this way so we can see. Really what you want to do is kind of be straight in line with wherever you're going, and then you don't want to go too far forward that we hit something, but there we go. So we'll go like right up to here. Now that tractor's even going to go further forward when it stops. So we're going to hit reverse from here. And that's forward. Let's go in reverse actually. Hopefully this works. And we are going to go back forward. I don't know if I went far enough back there. Can I? Alright, so hopefully that's far enough. I don't know. I kind of probably just messed that up. So I'm going to swing back out. And this is where we're going to pause it. I don't think this is going to work, but now that we paused it, just swing into the bushes and do it for real. One way I look at this kind of stuff is, you know, I would be doing it manually if I didn't have this. It's not the end of the world if it doesn't work out. See, I don't think I might have even gone too far backwards. We'll see. But in any event, we'll see what happens. I don't mind if we leave some fuel in here. Give it a test run after we get back there. Once that arrow flips, we can hit unpause, and we should be good as far as that goes. Like I said, I don't have a lot of faith in that, but I think I kind of went too far back, but we'll see. Sometimes it surprises me how well it works. Obviously, it's pretty frustrating when it doesn't work perfectly, but train. Now these guys should stop for certain kinds of signals. I mean, I've seen them stop for red lights, and so I'm assuming he'll stop for the train if it's an issue. So let's just back up, because I kind of like to get them a running start. You know, it does change things when they're actually moving, so. Oops. Grain transport, I guess. That's a good sign. It means he recognizes he's coming up to a fill point. There we go. Alright, well, I want to be quiet and let this thing go through, and I'll stop, obviously, if it something noteworthy happens. If it just works, I'll move back here. And it's kind of what I suspected might happen. Well, I suspected it enough. If you might not have noticed, but I didn't even save it. So let's just ixnay that one. And at least he drove us up here a second time. We'll see what I mean. He didn't even go. I didn't go far enough back actually. So, and I hit that reverse twice. I don't think I should have. I should have just known that wasn't going to work. Yep, so that'll get our biogas filled up. Grain, that's all the grain we're going to get. And you know what, while we're waiting for that guy, let's hop into this one. Kind of curious, yeah, they've got a partial skid there. Wondering if it fills up that skid or does it just... So it's an X for work position. Yeah, I just left him here because he's... Yeah, but that time it didn't take... Oops, jeez. Hitting stuff. It's kind of a strange truck, isn't it? Look at that. I wonder it turns so funny. Alright, well, we can leave him there. So we emptied out as much of that as we need to. And this guy has emptied all he's going to, so now I don't think we need that much water, but we'll go get the water tanker. And so this guy is the one that we used for, I'll almost use another one, and then we'll just be straight. One for fertilizer, one for water. And actually, I would probably say, biogas yellow, that kind of works. I would actually say, now that we got some bucks, why don't we get a bigger tanker for water? Because that's the one we'll need for the animals as well. These little tankers are fine, but they're a bit of extra work too. 2 trips instead of 1. Yeah, let's do that. So we got the red tanker up at the red tanker is up at the tomatoes with diesel fuel in it. This one's going to have biogas in it. And the water one, which we'll put some NPK in, if we can, is at the farm. So we'll be back at the farm with getting some NPK. Looks like it's spilling on the ground, but I don't think it is. Because it looks like it's spilling on the ground, I'm just going to come over here real quick and Yeah, so we won't even need that filled. And if we get water from this location, it's going to charge us. And can we get water? The shop is kind of closer. Yeah, I think we did last time, right? We got water from... Alright, so let's... forget how much... We didn't have much water in it, like 7%. So I think we're going to need 2 full ones of these. I'm curious... I wonder if we can change it. I think I might have tried that last time, changing it at the blue barrel. We'll see what happens. Because if it ends up with NPK, I'm okay with that. We'll buy another trailer for water. We'll try to keep this one with NPK in it. Even though blue would be a better color. We'll know the little ones for... Let's do F1. And it's saying refill, but it's not charging me any money there, so that's the bright side of this. So like I said, next we'll try to empty this out completely and see if we can't come back and get some NPK in it. I want to take a look over here real quick. It says pigs. Is that just the TMR machine back here? I'm wondering if we had the... Yeah, that's just the TMR machine. Yeah, I was wondering if we, by any chance, had a pig forage machine. This is the beefs. Across the way is the cattle. And I don't see... I'll have to look next time I log in, because all those things go across. And it'll say pig forage master or whatever. It could be at the compost. No, it's not at the compost, is it? If they have one. I think I would remember that. I'm not remembering it. We got the pallet making thing. So that'll get us over 50%. And then we're going to need like 2 truckloads of fertilizer to go with it. We don't have that many seeds anyway, but I'd like to make sure we can... Well, I'd fill it up. Why not? We don't really have that much to do today if we're not going to get animals. So this is sort of killing the time. Once we get this stuff done, we'll call it a day and we'll fast forward and we'll come back for another episode. Now let's Go back to the garden center. See if we can't put some NPK in here. Guys, I thought we'd come in here and see if we can't. You know, these definitely hold NPK. Why can't we switch them? Is what I'd like to know. I must be missing something. I wonder if we had to hit the X button when we were empty. Because now we're going to have water in this one. Which is okay, don't get me wrong, but... I wonder if hitting the X would do it. You know, like if it was empty, just hit the X for the sake of hitting the X. I don't know. So now we got 3 trailers. Each one's a little bit filled up with something. None of them is fertilizer. Now this water's free, so I wonder if we hit the X. Yeah, I think I'm willing to do that. It's not like I'm going to leave it down here by the tomatoes. When we get done filling this up, maybe we hit the X, take it back to someplace, the garden center or the farm. I guess the garden center again. Let's see if we can't get some NPK in it that way. Might be worth Googling, huh? And not so much I care that I have water in here, but I'd rather use this one for the NPK if I had the choice, and then get a bigger one for the water. Yep, and that'll top us off on that. We got more tomatoes. We really are not making that many tomatoes for all this, are we? I hope they sell. Get off of there. They sell pretty well. It's like a maze. Well, at one point, this compost sold for a lot. Tell me how much is in here. I guess I'd have to look at that other. Hope that doesn't stop the works if that thing fills up. Scraps, 32%. Okay. Alright, well, we're full of water. Let's get in here. Let's hit X. There's a certain logic to the hitting the X thing, you would think, right? Versus just emptying it. I mean, you would think they'd be the same, but go check it out. Way to learn in life sometimes. We're just getting water in there. Alright, I'm going to pause the video for a minute, see if I can't come up with something. Alrighty. Well, I looked. I don't really see anything. You know, obviously we could put more water in this guy. But where is the regular... Yeah, why don't we... Are we going to remember if we put it there? Let's run this... Let's take some water, put it in him. We'll need more in the tomatoes eventually. Then that way we'll be over by the workshop and we'll buy one more trailer. And I think if we keep it filled with NPK, we should be okay. I'm thinking that this thing kind of follows the dictate of the triggers that you're at. So in other words, I bet you if I went to fill it up with slurry, it would fill up with slurry fine as long as it was empty. But because this one's given us a choice, it's probably, you know, got some kind of little conflict going on there. So we'll drop this guy back off the tomatoes, and we'll have diesel fuel and water at the tomatoes. And since it's right over there, we'll buy another trailer, drag it back to, well, either the garden center or the farm, fill it up with NPK a couple times, and that'll probably be an episode. And then when we come back for the next episode, we will have some straw after we harvest. We will have a bunch more wheat and barley to feed the animals. And then we should be in pretty good shape. So we'll get some tomorrow. As little as we get done today on day 4, we'll probably get an equal extra amount done tomorrow with animals and tomato plants and moonshine stills and geese and everything else, hopefully. You know what, before we get this thing, so we don't make the same mistake, top off with some fuel. Not that we're that low, but why not? Man, I guess we could be purchasing this thing. So that's slurry tanks. I don't think there's anything that's that exciting. I guess it would be a tipper, right? No. Misc. Yeah. So that's only 6,000. That's too small. That would be annoying real quick. Yeah, you know, well, what do we have in this one? Nothing. Yeah, so say we go for another 10,000er, even though the 22,000er is pretty. Yeah, we'll just wait till we have more money. Then we may upgrade. Yeah, we don't want to upgrade to that guy, though that would be nice. We don't have the money for that. Alright, so let's buy that. And what color looks like fertilizer? Fertilizer, we already got red, and we got yellow, and we got blue. How about this color green? Sound good? So now green for fertilizer, you know, greens, you know, you get the idea. All right. Go this way, because I think that's the way all this stuff's been facing. Yeah. All right, well, let me run and get some fertilizer up to the tomatoes. Meet you guys back over there. We're going to go down to the farm, I think. Well, there we go with some fertilizer. And that should top us off. And I think I'm going to leave the tractor just sitting right here for a moment. And we'll let the tomatoes run out. And I will fast forward some time and come back with the next episode. So certainly not the most exciting episode ever, but we got some business taken care of. We keep the greenhouses going. We got the moonshine going. Eventually I'll course play some of this and won't show it all on camera, but maybe I'll show the course playing of it. It's a little bit interesting to get these courses right. As you see, we failed on the moonshine one, but eventually I'll get tired of running stuff up to these. The only other concern I have about this is we're pumping a lot of money into this greenhouse, and I'm not sure what these tomatoes are going to sell for. Maybe we can take a quick look. Tomat. It doesn't tell me a price on here, so we'll have to even figure out where to sell the darn things. But for all the fertilizer and seeds, it's not the most impressive pile of tomatoes I ever saw. Matter of fact, I live near New Jersey, and they make a lot of tomatoes in New Jersey, and even Pennsylvania does too. Heinz plant is here. I guess it's a good, general area for growing that kind of thing. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Take care of yourselves and have a good day. Bye-bye.